And we are live, ladies and gentlemen. My name is FDS, and welcome back to the Ace Podcast. Gwyn is here.
Hello.
And also, making his grand return to the Ace Podcast, the captain of the Improv team himself, Mr. Yalik Anderson.
He's here to take his
We're
job back
finally gonna
from me.
get some Ring of Honor content on this show
Yeah,
again.
because that's what the
Oh, yeah.
people have been clamoring for.
That's what the people want.
A lot of people want. Also, as you can see, we now have, you can see the Discord, which is, okay.
Yay.
I fucked off. I actually closed that. Yeah, I don't want to show you guys the
Oh
chat rooms.
no.
It's alright. They can,
Oh, well.
they'll see the chat rooms for a second. They'll see the mic mute chat.
Please imagine Discord during these trying times.
No, it's back. Alright, so, many a thing to speak of today. It has been a minute. We have the New Japans, the cyber fights, the other stuff,
Nondescript Western wrestling.
ROH,
AEW.
dub,
Impact.
Double or nothing, right?
Let's talk about Noah, because Ida just debuted, and I'm happy about that.
Literally as in timestamping this video
Yeah.
about half an hour ago.
Not even half an hour ago, like
Half an
20
hour,
minutes
not even
ago.
Listen,
It's been 20
Not
minutes.
even that.
his match
Fresh
ended.
off the presses.
5
Ace
minutes
Podcast is
ago.
bringing it to you here first.
We are bringing it to you live, ladies and gentlemen. An
We're
Australian,
live.
a Welshman, and a dude from
American.
Maryland.
Filthy American.
Filthy American. Alright. I guess we should talk about Dominion, since that happened.
Dominion did happen.
Yeah, we are.
New Japan actually got to run a
technically
show.
New Japan-based podcast.
We really aren't, but we are. But we aren't. So, Dominion was...
There's a reason I said technically.
Yeah. Dominion was... okay? I don't know.
I think, as things go in COVID land, the advertised matches that are the ones that matter were all really good.
But let's talk about the matches that didn't matter. Because this is some really fucking
Some tag
dumb-
matches happened.
Yeah, Bullet Club versus Chaos and Tanahashi started off the show, and it set up 2 title matches at once. First, you have Ishimori beating Sho to set up a junior tag title match between 3K and ELP and Ishimori on Kazuna Road. What do y'all think of that?
I think that's fine. I enjoy the quote unquote poetry of 3K and Boner Soldiers having another title match at Kazuna Road, because that's where Boner Soldiers first won the belts from 3K.
Indeed.
Really don't give a shit about the junior tag.
Nope, never have. But, like, that's
Well,
not-
When's the last?
We're still in the same problem they've had for several years, where we have 3 teams at most.
Before what's it called? Roppongi 3K recurrent. When was the last time junior tag was on a pay-per-view? And not a Road 2? Was
New
it Wrestle Kingdom?
Beginning when it was. Actually, no, that was a Road 2.
that was
wasn't
Road 2.
So it's Wrestle Kingdom.
Oh, Taguchi and Watto challenging at Wrestle Kingdom.
Yes.
Yeah,
But that's because they
What was
have
it,
to put it
6
on
or
the show.
8?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Well,
they
no,
have
not 6 or 8.
Wrestle
1
Kingdom.
or 8, sir. Get the name.
1 or 8. My
Put some respect on Based Man Master Watto's name, sir.
Sorry, I'm more of a Super 69 fan myself.
What's wrong with you? And this also clearly set up the Texas heavyweight title match between Chase Owens and Hiroshi Tanahashi.
Ah, yes.
No,
I always thought that title didn't exist.
no,
It doesn't. It,
did-
still
that-
doesn't.
That was a joke.
Does
That
it?
didn't. They
Okay.
didn't actually
Oh,
set that
okay,
up.
good.
He did the funny.
No, but it did set up a different title match. Yoshihashi, Tomohiro Ishii, and Hiroki Goto's next defense of the 6-man belts will be evil.
Please don't say it.
Yujiro Takahashi and Dick Togo. Why?
I don't see what the problem is here. Dick Togo as a New Japan champion in 2021. The sights, man. Don't you want to see
Master
it?
of the
Alright,
elbow drop. Dick
firstly-
to go is going to get his gold.
Master of
Firstly-
the elbow.
Firstly, let's point out how stupid this is because Evil literally said last year that he does not give a shit about the 6-man belts.
He
didn't want
purposely
it.
turned heel while 6-man champion because he said fuck it.
Yeah. And now he wants them again.
How far
because
Evil has fallen.
Yoshihashi has made the belts feel like they matter now.
He has actually.
And now Evil's like, oh.
Whoa. And then next, we still don't know what weight class Dick Togo is. That has never been established. He's been here for a year, and we don't know what weight class he is.
Is he somewhat okay? I think he's thick enough where it's like we can't really say that he's a junior.
He's old enough.
But he's also a former junior
It's the weird thing where in the multi-man tags on the road too, like say the other team is 2 heavyweights and a junior.
Yeah.
Then Bullet Club will have 2 heavyweights and Dick to go.
Yeah.
So it's really strange.
Yeah. Apparently he's 90 kilograms, so he's in the junior heavyweight range. So, yeah. And also Yujiro getting another shot at 6-man for...
It's the obligatory, we need to throw a Bullet Club team together. Let's go.
Chase was right there, though, when Yujiro challenged like 2 months ago. Like
we gotta have Evil do more things that he shouldn't be doing.
Just put Chase in!
To be fair, the team of Dick to go, Yujiro Takahashi and Evil, that could be fucking hilarious.
It could be, but it's not gonna be.
It won't be, but it has real possibility.
With how amazing the 6-man tag reign has been so far, I'm not expecting this to be a banger.
It's got like one of the Bullet Club team. You have like one capable wrestler, and then Yujiro and Dick Togo are also there. Like, I'm not expecting a lot from this. I don't care for it. I don't know why. I get that Chase is a piece of shit, and he did do some fucked up things, but if you're gonna keep him around, at least put him in the fucking match. Like, come on. Like,
I mean, he's too busy defending his Texas heavyweight, whatever the hell.
He hasn't defended that at all. God damn it. Alright. Now to more, what the fuck? Now to more, setup stuff for another title match. Dangerous Tekkers won back the tag titles with the return of Miho Abe on the road to Dominion.
The return of a legend, it was brilliant.
2-time never weight champion Miho Abe made her return.
Yep. She is now 2-time tag team champion as well.
Yes, well, she was 1-time tag team champion, 2-time in spirit.
No, she won the other one. Shut up.
Alright. Alright.
We're going with this narrative. That's what we're going with.
Okay. So God are no longer champions. Tekkers have won the belts back.
I don't know how long that's going to last.
Nope, neither do I. And their next challengers are Sanada and Naito, who have earned the shot through Sanada pinning Zack Sabre Jr. with what is being called on NJPW1972.com an Aussie suplex. Now listen here, you motherfuckers. Do not desecrate my country with Sanada, thank you very much.
I have several questions. So, you know, we have like German suplex, dragon suplex, tiger suplex. What variation makes this an Aussie suplex? What's the difference?
Well, it was a tiger suplex, but I don't know what makes it different. But it's called an Aussie
a tiger suplex. It's called an Aussie
From down under, man.
Sanada, Australian wrestling connoisseur. That's his new gimmick. He's not the cult.
Is Sanada just a massive mark for the Aussie independent circuit?
Yeah, he loves
he loves Adam Brooks.
He loves himself some Mick Moretti. a little bit of Jack J. Bonza if you're feeling frisky.
He sees fucking Madison Eagles. He goes, oh.
Yeah, he sees Jessica Troy and he's just like, whoa, mate, fuck you, cunt.
Although he makes all those noises, but it's still like the gormless Sanada face.
Yeah, he just starts making Australian.
There's just no expression whatsoever, but he still makes like the really enthusiastic noises.
So
He makes all the really enthusiastic noises and puts in his fucking shitty ass dragon sleeper.
Yeah. Which he's gonna rename the Australian Sleeper. No.
The Dragon Aussie.
No, the Crocodile Sleeper, mate. The Crocodile Sleeper. The Crocodile Sleeper, mate. Gotta put him to sleep.
Crocodile's mouth.
Crocodile's mouth, mate. Yeah. Fucking. God damn it.
This is all for rails.
All right.
So yeah.
This is
also didn't Naito just challenge for 6-man as well?
And they lost because Bushi got pinned.
Because the roster's nuked and we don't have any depth or tag teams, we just gotta throw them all at the belts.
Yep. Apparently Naito wants this match because he has decided that he actually likes challenging for belts with somebody else and not by himself anymore.
So he's admitting that he's not getting a main event push now.
Exactly.
Oh god.
He's back to No Limit.
He's back to No Limit. Also, in true Sonata fashion, either the tag belts don't mean anything and he'll win them again because he only wins tag things and never stuff anything by himself. Or, in the current thing with Tekkers, the company sees the tag belts with a modicum of value and therefore Sonata cannot win it.
Yeah. I think it's the latter. I think the fact that Sonata got the pin, I think Tekka's going to retain here. I think they're stalling a little bit in like a few of the title scenes to keep so that like
a little bit.
I think Empire
a few of them.
Yeah, most of them.
Only a few.
Most of them, but I think Empire are actually going to end up being double champions probably by the end of the year with 6-man and tag. Because I think
it makes sense for Emp to put the belts on Empire because they have nothing. There's only 2 of them.
There's only 2 of them. I think they probably will beat Zack and Taichi. I think they were.
So I'm still convinced they're going to bring in Finn Juice to win the belts.
You reckon? It's been a while.
I still think they're the next in line right now.
But like, my thoughts on that are, with a state of emergency currently in Japan, I don't think they are gonna want to try and bring in that many Gaijins right now. I don't think
I can the belts from guys that you actually have.
I think Empire.
I can see Empire winning,
but
I don't see a scenario where Finn Juice is not one of the next 2 or 3 champions.
Oh, I could see.
It can be not by 2 or 3. I don't mean they're gonna win 2 or 3 times. Empire, I can see. Then it'll be Finn Juice if they win it after. I don't see any scenario in which it's not that case.
I don't know who. Yeah, I guess that makes sense to me as well. I guess. Yeah, I could see that. But I don't know. That then I guess depends if Finn Juice win Tag League again, or if Saber and Taichi win it, or whoever.
Yeah, it's gonna be the Good Brothers.
The devil in me.
It's gonna be Matt and Nick Buck.
Yeah.
Generation Me.
Generation Me. What are Generation
Oh,
Me?
FD, you didn't
I saw your
catch
DMs.
Against All Odds, right?
I've seen the results and I've
odds,
seen
right?
what you've said.
It was
greatest
show.
DM.
Anyway.
I'm not gonna watch it, so I don't know why you're protecting me from it. But okay.
Good. You don't want to watch it.
I was assuming we'll get to it later.
Oh yeah, we will. I have to read the rest of the results, but we'll get to it later. Next, the first of the 2 title matches on tonight's show. Yo and El Desperado faced off for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship about a month or so after they were supposed to originally.
Yeah, around about.
Yeah. So after the COVID isolation.
They already did fight for the junior title.
Yeah, Dominion.
Yeah, before Dominion they fought.
No, that was Roppongi defending the tag belts against Despy and Kanemaru.
Yes.
Yes.
You're very stupid.
You may be getting confused because this was advertised for one of the 50 other bajillion shows before this.
Dontaku.
Oh, okay.
It was
it was Dontaku. I thought Dontaku. Okay.
It was advertised for Dontaku and it got cancelled because they both got COVID.
Yeah.
Okay. COVID's bad. Anyway, this match was okay.
It was great. I thought it was pretty good.
I enjoyed this match a lot.
It was a fast-paced junior title match. It was good.
It was a different flavor because as much as I love Roppongi 3K and Despy Kanemaru, we've seen them in tags a lot.
Yeah.
This was a new flavor. This was Yo's first ever challenge of the singles belt, I think.
Yeah, it was. He had never.
And
challenged.
I think he did really well.
I think he did quite well. I think we've everyone's always said that Yo is the tag part of 3K, and I think this is proof that no, he can actually fight well on his own because he's been in Super Juniors by himself.
I've been singing Yo's praises for a while because he very much goes under the radar compared to Show's more overt star quality.
Show also does wrestle the style that a lot of people like in that whole like hybrid shoot style with athleticism.
Show also looks way cooler.
Yes. Although his gear in this match was pretty cool with the face mask and
Yo was cool, but Show just is. When I see Show, I'm like, yeah. When I see Yo, I'm like, yeah.
I mean, poop
also,
artist, he pulled it out here.
It was great. Despy got a defense on the board, which is fantastic. Stonks for everyone.
Stonks.
However, after the match, I will bring. Despy gave us some great meme potential. With like he did like a the Fonz A's.
Hey, points at Ishimori. Hey,
it's brilliant.
Oh, it's a great image. And also, we got to see the entire junior heavyweight roster in one ring.
Yes.
We had Show.
This is all that we have.
El Desperado, Kanemaru, and then Phantasmo and Ishimori. Actually, I don't even think Kanemaru was there. So most of the junior heavyweights, minus Doki and Kanemaru and Taguchi and Wano.
Bushi.
Oh, come on, mate. Bushi, a junior heavyweight. Yeah, all right, mate. Come on, then. Come on now.
He's a heavyweight. You're right.
Don't be ridiculous. You fucking nerd.
So yeah, it looks like Ishimori is going to challenge next.
Yes, he is, and it looks like also Phantasmo and Ishimori will be getting a junior tag shot.
Once again, it's like, all right, we've got to double people up for title matches because we don't have anything.
All the junior heavyweights in one rivalry.
Yeah.
Just make every junior title match a rumble.
Ladder match.
All of them at the same time. All right, semi-main event. Oh, this is shorter than I thought it was. Kota Ibushi versus Jeff Cobb.
It really
good. Oh boy, this match was hot.
Very fun. Very good stuff. Very great. We got to see the Kabagoye, where Ibushi sold his own finisher like death.
The Kabagoye looked so much cooler.
So the best seller of the Kamagoye is Kota Ibushi.
Yep, the guy who does the move.
The guy who does the finish, he sells his own finish the best.
Yeah. We also got to see the F500, which is something Cobb hasn't busted out in a minute. Where he just...
Why is that not his finisher?
I think
it's so good.
He used to use
just because Top of the Islands is also really cool.
Okay, but the F500 looks amazing.
Okay,
he just throws the guy
Jeff Cobb's moveset is just amazing, so everything can be a finish.
Yeah.
That's the coolest move I've seen. That's the coolest F5 I've seen anyone do.
He just throws them up and just lets them spin around.
I've seen some crazy ones from Wardlow and Brian Cage. That one from Cobb was
Whoa.
Where he just yeeted him to death.
I've 3 times.
Since after his not so great G1 and he's trimmed down, Jeff Cobb has been low-key one of the massive highlights in ring.
Since G130, he's kind of been on a roll. And
when he came back for that second G1, he's been fantastic.
And he's just kind of come in and just been like a house of fire. Keep him away from John Moxley, though. No more John Moxley matches, please.
Yeah. No, just don't do that.
Never again. Unless we have to get the US belt off him, in which case, okay, maybe one more time. We'll just look away.
For old time's sake.
For old time's sake. But yeah, Ibushi won.
Yeah. This leads me to believe that this was the Ibushi drops the belt to faction leader Ospreay, faces gatekeeper Cobb, beats him, then would have got a rematch for Ospreay had he not been injured.
Yeah, I definitely think Ospreay beating Okada was going to beat Okada here. Now looking back on it, it makes more sense than the inverse. Speaking of which, main event for the vacant IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. Shingo Takagi defeats Kazuchika Okada to become IWGP World Heavyweight Champion.
This was booked specifically for me.
For you.
Gado is pandering to specifically me.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Well, this was your show. Despy, Shingo, and Ibushi all won.
All my boys.
Yeah. This was a great match, though. I really enjoed this. Like, despite
Match of the year
felt like-
contender. Okada. Yes, we did get money clip, but
Yeah.
we actually got the good Okada stuff as well.
Yes. We got a lot
This
less money.
felt like Okada of old.
Yeah.
This is the first Okada match in over a year where I'm like, yeah.
Because he really went in and just went like, all right, big match Kazu time. Gonna go in there, make this Dragon Gate fuck look good. He fucking took a Made in Japan on the floor. That's how much he's like, we're gonna get this belt over. Because I think
Dude,
that...
when he started just laying those goddamn forearms on Shingo, oh fucking hell.
God. We had like
the layout of the match. They kind of had to do that because Shingo, he's had a great rise so far, but in recent times it was kind of like, okay, you lost the Never belt, you lost in the finals of Cup. Oh, you're gonna lose to Ospreay. Yeah. So it's kind of like you're getting into that Ishii Goto stage where it's like you need that big win, and this one is like, we're gonna get you over, so this big win is big.
This was incredible. Like the fight, dude, the Rainmaker counter. Where you're like, Okada went for the Rainmaker and just pumping bomber,
and took his head off.
And the finish, I was like expecting Okada to counter or something, and then just nope, Last of the Dragon,
nope.
1, 2, 3,
got him,
and it was just insane. It was incredible.
And Shingo actually doesn't look too bad with the belt.
No, he looks all right, surprisingly.
Yeah,
he makes it look okay. Like, what do you think? What do you think?
Very good. I liked it a lot. Give it all the stars.
All the stars.
Amazing. I love Shingo as champ. It's so good.
It's so incredibly fresh because for the first time in many years, someone who isn't the leader of the faction has the top belt.
Indeed.
It's incredible.
Well, not really many years because evil, but
evil.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's kind of a leader.
He was the de facto leader because the other leaders weren't there.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's still like...
Well,
it's still fantastic. It's a huge push towards a more fresh product. Because I remember throughout the entire build, all of us are like, Shingo's going to lose to Okada because they want to keep safe because Okada is the safe option.
No.
But no, they're taking a risk and it's fantastic.
Well, okay. Here's my fear, though. They took a risk with evil.
Shingo is not evil.
Yeah, but this is Shingo Takagi. This isn't evil.
This isn't someone where they're like, okay, you have a good, unique wrestling style. We're now going to give you a manager and do generic heel things. This is just, we're going to have Shingo lariat people, and it's going to be great.
FD, Shingo's finisher is not the STO. I think we're fine.
We will not have any everything is evil slander in this house.
So that is the greatest.
That's fine.
That's a very simple, great maneuver. Have you seen how when Naito sells it like death? It's just like the.
Okay, to be fair, I do love the everything is evil, but also
I know it's a stupid move to be a finisher, but it's
the Last of the Dragon is better.
Oh, 100%. The Last of the Dragon looks like you die when you take it.
Yeah.
Cool as hell. Anyway.
Yeah. So that was Dominion. It was fun.
Also, one little tidbit of thingy. Everyone in LIJ has won a singles belt. Except
Sonata.
They've all won the top belt of their division.
Bushi, Hiromu, Naito, Shingo, and then there's Sonata.
Even Evil did it.
Even Evil did it. And then there's Sonata, former X Division champion. Sonata.
Former X Division champion, former New Japan Cup finalist, G1 finalist. Loser.
Yeah, but fucking Shingo was a finalist too.
Yeah.
Rev Pro British
anymore.
Challenger.
You guys know who was also a finalist and actually won the cup? Naito. So
fucking hell, god damn it.
Do you know who can win tournaments? Hiroki Goto.
Goto can win tournaments all out the fucking ass. He wins every tournament.
Goto actually wins tournaments.
Dude, he won the Never Six-Man tournament, the G1 Climax, the New Japan Cup,
guys,
Tag League.
Sonata is really good at winning special singles matches.
And also tag titles sometimes, but not all the time.
I don't think he's won tag titles for like 3 years.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
He's never won it without Evil.
No.
He's great at
That
jobbing
can
to a
change as he has Tetsuya Naito. Anyway.
The former No Limit Tag Team Champion, Tetsuya Naito. Tag Team Specialist, Tetsuya Naito.
No. Are Sonata and Naito gonna win and then they're gonna have fucking Yujiro go for the belt?
Yujiro and Evil versus Sonata and Naito. Oh my god, that writes itself.
No Limit. Oh my god. Stonks, main event, Summer Struggle, let's go.
That's so many different feuds crossing together, because you have No Limit, but then you also have Naito and Evil, but then you also have Sonata and Evil. It all just...
This is Summer Struggle main event worthy.
Oh man. No. Please,
Yes.
no.
Yes.
Into the ether. Please, Tekker's.
Forget your... oh yeah, Ibushi also came out to challenge Shingo.
Oh yeah. Also,
that happened.
Kota Ibushi, one of the best wrestlers of our time, went out and said, "Hey Shingo, I want your belt." Who's also one of the best wrestlers of our time.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna
But
get
no
that.
one
That'd be
cares
cool.
about
But anyway, Naito, Sonata, Evil, Yujiro tag.
Yeah, Yujiro Takahashi.
Yujiro
Enough of that,
Takahashi. Yujiro Takahashi. Alright.
So for the first time in quite a while, New Japan thoroughly enjoyed.
Mm.
And that's me.
Alright.
This is, I think, their best show of the year so far.
Yeah, Wrestle Kingdom was kind of a fucking wet
Wrestle
fart.
Kingdom was like there's individual matches that were top, but the overall show was a bit.
Yeah, like
The overall shows were a bit. It's really good. I can't think of a show in recent memory from New Japan where everything delivered and nothing made us very angry. This show, all the big matches delivered.
Yep.
And it was really stacked.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed. Yeah. I agree. Very good. I have nothing to say.
Nuge done.
Nuge done.
Nuge is done forever.
What's next on the docket, FDS?
Next on the docket, Cyber Fight Festival.
Oh boy.
Yeah, look, you didn't watch this show, but you can...
Woo, I'm gonna be great commentating on this one.
Alright, we started off with a... Well, I just want to preface this. This was probably one of the best shows of the year.
Card.
I would like to add a little bit of context. Going in, I was very much in the opinion of I'm here for the top 3 matches. The rest of them are tags to get people on the card because you get 4 rosters on here.
Yep.
Which is insane. However, I was pleasantly surprised because, to my foolishness, it's like, oh no, it's the DDT, Tokyo Joshi, Noah, Gambare rosters. They're on their biggest arena ever. They're all going to try really hard.
Yeah, they all went.
And therefore,
sicko mode.
all these tag matches that on paper are like, all right, turned out to be great.
Well, almost.
Okay, but barring Noah Junior tag.
Noah Junior tag, and I heard people.
Anyway, the majority
didn't like.
The majority of these tag matches were incredibly entertaining.
Indeed. Do we want to start? Let's start with the pre-show. We had a 10-woman TJPW tag team match.
It was very fun.
This was great. Got a good showing out of everybody in the match. Really, I think everyone got to do.
I believe this was the debut of I can't remember her name in Japanese, but it's Bird Eater, the new masked wrestler.
Now Kakuda.
No, she's been on the roster for a while.
Kaya Toribami. I
think so.
Yeah, because Raku, not Kiryu, not Harajuku. Yeah, not Palm.
Yeah.
Yeah, be Kaya Toribami. And everyone's very hyped on her. Like literally, Twitter has blown up and said like, yeah, she's the best. It's just like, okay, cool.
That's quite interesting. But yeah, it was a very fun opener.
Yes.
Very good.
Then we had a Rumble 15 person Rumble with the DT Noah, Gambare, RA rosters all in one. And this was
So you know how we said Yusuke Okada might win because they want to push him and get like a first big win. He was the first one out.
First one out.
First one out.
Actually, wait. No, apparently he
Wait.
was. Well, he was the first one we saw. Yeah, but,
Okay.
Yeah.
He was out very early. It was very
Yes, he was
funny.
number 3 apparently. What's up, Yelich?
Hilarious.
Sorry, I forgot Antonio Honda's age. Don't worry about me.
Yes, he's old.
I thought he was older than he was.
No, he's 43. He looks a lot older than he is. We also had in this match we had it was a very interesting match to say the least. So we had Harada enter in on a hoverboard. We had
the king himself rolled down the ramp. Tokyo Go was blasting. It was amazing.
We also had Funky Express all enter together, all 4 of them, like best buddies.
All of them. It was.
Yeah.
They all did their pose.
They all did their pose. Fucking god. What's his name? Masao Ueno's pose is shit. Fucking.
It was pure comedy chaos.
Yeah.
But it's brilliant.
We had Yusuke Okada get murdered. Yuji Hino came out, and then him and Shuhei Taniguchi had like, we're the big boys in this match, but it's like Taniguchi is like, no, no, Maybach, no, you are not on his level. I am sorry, old man, but you are not on the same tier as Yuji Hino. And then it was just a comedy comedy rumble match with everybody fucking around, and Honda won with a low blow roll up, and it was
For all the family.
Yeah, fun for all the family. Then the only Ganbare representation, which after watching this match, that's a fucking crime that this was their only match on the card.
Yeah.
Like the
pre-show main event.
Pre-show main event. Ganbare, we had Koki Iwasaki, Shuchihiro Katsubara, and Yumehito Eminari beat Keisuke Ishii, Ken Oka, and Shota, in which was very unexpected, in my opinion. I thought Ishii, Oka, and Shota were going to win, because they are, like...
That's because it was mainly the team that we know versus the team that we don't know.
Yes, but the match was incredible. They're all great. They're all just really good. It's a very good match.
Yep.
It was very good. Very enjoyable.
As someone who doesn't watch Ganbare on the reg, this was incredible.
Yeah.
This was a really good, okay, I'll look out for you guys more often.
Yeah. Means I'm going to have to start watching them when they're on DT Universe.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's great. All right, kicking off.
That's pre-show.
That's pre-show.
Oh boy.
Kick off the main show. We had the Young Lion teams kinda. Junta Miyawaki and Kenny Okada took on Toi Kojima and Yuki Ueno, and surprisingly, the Noah guys won, which don't think people saw coming.
That was a bit of a shocker.
Yeah. Junta tapped out Kojima, and Yuki had his pink singlet on, and he still lost.
Unfortunately, apparently Kojima's injured.
Yes.
So that might be why.
Yes. I know Nakamura got pulled from this match because he tore his ACL, and Yano got pulled from this match as well because he had COVID. So a lot of people pulled from this match who were originally supposed to be in it.
This was originally a 6-man tag.
Yes, and it got changed to this. And it's all right. It's pretty good.
Yep, fun opener. Get the rookies in.
Next, one of the best matches on the card. 3-way tag team match. TJPW. Hyper Masao and Shoko Nakajima beat Daydream and Bakuratsu Sisters in a 3-way tag team match. This was...
Oh my lord, this match was bonkers.
They were on crack.
So,
okay, yeah,
there's a typical Joshi...
Yeah.
There's a typical Joshi formula of cut out the rest spots and go all out for a sprint.
Yeah.
This was that, but more.
And Masao had no comedy spots in this, which was surprising. They all did a lot together, and it was just a really great match. It was really fun. There was a lot of stuff.
Absolutely breakneck pace of everything. Everyone doing stuff. Spots plenty.
Yeah.
Incredibly exciting. It was great.
And
I was surprised that Shoko and Masao won, but I'm happy about it.
As John pointed out to me though, Shoko is the biggest name in the match, so it kind of does make sense
Yeah, very true.
that
Very
she
true.
would get the win. Probably means Mazao and Shoko are going to get a tag title shot, probably, but we'll see.
This now adds another layer because the next tag shot is technically already decided because it's Miyu and Makito.
Yep. But
So that then hints that Bishiki can retain and we don't get dub champ Miyu.
yeah, but that kind of came with the result of the Princess. But yeah. All right, next to a match that apparently a lot of people weren't high on. I thought this was hilarious. Takashi Sagara and Kazushi Sakuraba beat Danshoku Dino and Super Sasadango Machine.
So this was the stealth 4th title match on the show.
It was for the Sakusugi belts, which are not real titles.
Very legitimate.
Very legitimate fake belts. Yeah. This was funny. It was pretty funny.
This was pure bollocks.
Yes.
From start to finish.
I
believe there was was it Sugiura had the big brain player wearing his mask to stop either the kissing or like the Greco-Roman lip lock.
Yes. Correct.
Which is incredible.
But then Dino ripped off the mask anyway. Dino
ripped off the mask.
And then, but Sagara then even bigger brain plays, put a pair of pantyhose on his head, and then decided, yes, this will work, and it did. And then they won.
It did.
And then Sagara apologized for such a shitty performance. Which was probably the funniest thing. This was so dumb, but it was so funny.
Oh, it's what we wanted though, FD.
Yeah, it was great. It was exactly
throughout the build. We're like, if it's not Sakusugi, we riot.
Yeah.
And then it was Sakusugi, and oh my goodness.
Sagara and Sakuraba they have so much comedy in them, despite being
absolutely
ultra serious wrestlers. MMA killer Sakuraba and Sagara, who is just an Olympian and literally will murder you, but they are willing to have comedy stuff and do stupid shit to get
which makes it even more funny.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Next, this was barely a match, but it was interesting. Masaki Miya killed Hideki Okatani with the prison lock.
So FD, do you want to dive into the deep lore of why Masaki Tamiya is not in the Congo versus DDT?
Yes. Okay. So at the Mizawa Memorial Show, which I mean we could anniversary show, memorial show, I don't know, it's one of the two. We can talk about this, or we can talk about the full show. I don't really care. Up to you. I can just talk about this part if you want.
This is the main thing that happened on there. So
yeah, I thought it was a really good show. I mean, we'll probably talk about it later in a different podcast. Haha, hint, hint.
But yeah, Masaki Tamiya was not. This was originally not a match on the show.
No. This got changed because Masaki Tamiya. So the Aggression defended the tag titles at the Mizawa Memorial Show, and they retained against Funky Express. And then, Masaki Tamiya and then Nakajima, they do like a little hand slap fist bump, and then Nakajima turns around, Masaki Tamiya proceeds to grab him, hit him with a Saito suplex, and then yell, and then Keno and the rest of Kongo come into the ring. Kitamiya says, hey, fuck you, Nakajima, you piece of shit, I hate you. And then says, Keno, you're cool, but I'm leaving Kongo. Sorry, bud. And then proceeds to walk out with the tag titles. But it doesn't end there, because Masaki Tamiya and Katsuhiko Nakajima are still tag team champions. And
we are a week removed from Cyber Fight Festival, and they are still the GHC tag team.
Yes, they faced in a match today, and they were still both holding the tag titles. So and
there's biblical shenanigans going on right now.
And the reasoning behind it is, so they went to a press conference when they announced the hair versus hair cage match for the 26th of June, which has been announced, and they were like, okay, which one of you guys is giving up the tag belts? And then Masaki Tamiya said, I'm not giving it up. This is Masaki Saito's tag title. And then Nakajima's just saying, like, I defended the tag title. I'm not giving it up. Then they proceeded to have a little fight on the stage. A little fighty fight. and then nobody gave up the tag belts. So they're still tag team champions. So Hideki Okatani was originally in the 10-man tag, what was a 14-man tag.
It was a 14 actually.
Yes, and it became a 12-man tag, and
The 13-man tag.
13-man tag. Yeah.
Handicap. Let's go.
Handicap.
Handicap 8 on 5.
So instead of giving Kitamiya like an actually, somebody credible, they could have just taken someone out of the battle royal. No, they gave him rookie man Hideki Okatani, and they let him. Kitamiya was like, all right, you
He
can
tried his best, and he got more offense in than we expected.
Yeah, a little bit, and then
he tried his best. His fighting spirit is
he proceeded to get. I remember Gwen's like, "Oh, maybe this could be competitive." I remember we were in the VC. Gwen said, "Oh, maybe this is gonna be a competitive match," and then Kitamiya lariat hit him. Saito suplex.
In that very moment,
lock,
on cue, he killed him.
It was so funny. The timing was.
This match was about what, 3 minutes?
2 minutes 25 seconds.
Wonderful.
Not even 5 minutes. Did not even cross that.
Kitamiya murders innocent boy. There you go.
I mean, he's in Jinretsu. Is he really innocent? Is he really?
Murders boy.
Murders boy. Next, we had Saitama Ito Respect Army, Maki Ito, Marika Kobashi, and Yuki Kamafuku beating Hikari Noa, Mizuki, and Yuki Arai in a 6-woman tag match.
So this is an interesting one.
Yeah.
I hope that Maki Ito, Kamiyu, and Marika become just more of a regular thing. Because they're great. This was Yuki Arai's second match?
Yep.
Second
match, she's in fucking Saitama. Think about that.
She's in the second highest Tokyo Joshi match on the card. In the Saitama Dome, Saitama Arena. She's a huge idol star in Japan. Big, popular.
Yep.
She was... So this is clearly like a match to showcase her as someone who is in Cyber Fight.
Yep.
It also building up Marika versus Hikari Noa for the international title.
Yep.
Other things. Mizuki's in there also for some reason.
Mizuki was it. Yeah, none of us know why. Mizuki was there to get her on the card. That was why she's
to get there on the card and to keep the match from not falling apart.
Yeah.
I thought the match was good. Yuki Arai was second match, not bad.
Her fucking axe kick is
okay.
terrible.
Apart from the axe kick that whiffed,
she didn't even hit it. It was like
it whiffed quite hard.
She didn't even touch Ito. It was like there was like a good 3 centimeters between Ito's face and Yuki Arai's foot, and it was like, what are you doing? Like,
yeah, you know what? Second match, I'll give her a pass.
And then John's like, apparently that's how she hits it, and I'm like, that's terrible. No, stop it. Go watch Booker T tapes. That's not how you do it.
What? Watch Alicia Fox. Okay?
What? Alicia Fox does that.
It's not that hard.
Alicia
She
Fox,
does an axe kick.
she does a good one. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Very good.
It's one of her 2 good.
Have you heard of a Northern Light suplex? It's pretty good.
That's 2 moves.
Have you heard of Have you seen the Northern Light suplex?
The 2 moves she can do.
When Alicia Fox is out wrestling you, it's not a good thing.
Not really. Well, okay.
Generally.
Alicia Fox, she's not. This is not her second match.
No,
it's fair,
but still,
this is her second match ever.
Still,
and there's questions to be had of like, this is the second match and she's on like one of the highest spots on the card, but she's popular, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
This was mainly just Maki Ito murdering her.
Yep. Yeah.
I think she tapped her out.
Okay.
She hit her with all the moves and then
she
tapped her out
with the new move.
New
Ito
move.
Punish.
Oh my god.
Oh, I really wanted it to be called the new move.
No, it's Maki Ito. Why would it be called the? It's not Move Man.
Move Man is here.
Maki Ito,
man.
which is the lion tamer for those who don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was pretty good.
I enjoyed it. Part of me was concerned that they would do a thing where Arai doesn't get pinned or something because she's like really popular. They do like the. I thought they might do that, but thankfully she's a rookie. She got killed.
Yeah, rookie gets killed. That's how it goes.
Murdered. Dead. Good.
She tapped out like a pussy. Next, what many people say was the worst match on the card. I didn't hate it as much as everyone else did. I didn't think it was great. I thought it was fine.
Is this Noah Junior tag?
Yep. Sushi Katoge, Daisuke Harada, Hajime Ohara defeat Stinger, Hayata, Yoshinari Gawa, and Seki Yoshiaka.
In isolation, it's not inherently bad.
Just on the card.
It's just on the card, and in true Noah Junior tag fashion, we've seen this match many times,
Yeah.
and it goes way too long.
Yep. Ohara and Seki, definitely the highlights of this match. Both of them, Ohara always will try and like up the pace for things because he's like not really a typical junior wrestler, and Seki does the same. But Hayata, Ogawa's older, so I gave him a pass because he does like the old Japan style. Hayata and Harada and Katoge are just rattles, and they do slow stuff. And yeah.
So it's basically the same people in the same junior tags, but shuffled around because people betrayed Full Throttle, and then other people betrayed them.
Yep.
And
Betrayal. Betrayal.
I don't have the brain power to follow
Basically,
it.
junior division in Noah, you get betrayed at some point or another.
Yes.
All right.
It was a match that happened.
Yep.
Butt in here before the next one, just to share my confusion right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just reading. I'm just looking at the. I've been looking at the Wikipedia as you've been doing this, and just looking at the matches and times. This feels like somebody's TEW save.
How like with a bunch of tag matches and just like
No, you have 15 matches on a show. Everything is like mid 10 minutes, at least past the eighth match. Everything before that's like at least 8 minutes.
It's a super card technically, but yeah, that's
I
why.
know. No. I totally understand. I just thinking of how like I've done like TEW stuff. This so feels like a TEW save. I thought that was funny. Anyway, continue. You've been doing a great job listening.
Yep.
Oh, great job talking.
Moving on, we had Damnation, Daisuke Sasaki, Tetsuya Endo, Sobutao with Matt Poli beating Chris Brooks, Mao, and Shunma Katsumata in a 6-man tag team match.
So in a similar fashion to the 3-way TJPW match, they just went out there and killed each other.
Yeah, it was great. Brilliant.
They started jumping off everything. I was like, oh my god.
Yep. Yeah. You know, I mean, you put Mao and Shunma and Soma and Endo in the same place, and you tell them not to jump off everything. They're gonna jump off everything.
There was a big in this match in particular. I very much got the vibe of they're all really pumped to be in the Saitama Arena.
Yeah.
They're all gonna go mental, and it was. I was very pleasantly surprised by this one.
This is the biggest match for probably for everybody involved in this match.
Most of them.
Like, yeah. Shinma, Mao, and Shinma especially probably was like, yeah, I'm going out there to make my mark because he is the youngest. I think he is definitely like the most motivated to go out there and just go crazy. Actually, maybe Mao might be younger than him. Weirdly enough, even though Shinma looks like a baby. Yeah, Mao's younger than him. Wow. Mao is 24. Mao is
this match was incredible, even though it is a big it's not the trios belts. Yeah, it's kind of getting them on the card but it was still fantastic.
Yeah, it was great. Moving on, we had 12-man tag team match.
Boy.
Team DDT versus Congo. Team DDT won in. I don't know how to describe this match.
Okay, so for as janky and weird and nonsensical as it looks on paper,
It's just as janky and nonsensical.
Yes, but you also get Nakajima Sakaguchi kicks.
Nakajima Sakaguchi kicks and Keno Sakaguchi
and you get
kicks.
Keno in comedy spots.
Yeah, and Higuchi monster.
Keno got the combat assault bicycle.
Yeah, he got it.
He
ripped
drove
off
it up
the DT
and
then ran it, and then they did the Suzuki spot where he hits his partner. Oh,
it was so good.
And like you also have like Hao, who came out and just went like speedster mode and just like Manabu Soya getting into hoss fights with Higuchi and Yoshimura was fun. We didn't get to see much from Akito in this match. No, he didn't do much, which is kind of a shame. But Team DDT came out with all of the DDT weapons. Just
they everything.
And then Keno was just angry.
They used the wings, they had the drill, they had the fist, they had the bike, they had all of it.
They had everything, and they just came out and they ran down. They had a big hammer, which Akayama also brought to the ring.
Akayama just came out with the Monster Hunter Thor hammer.
I
It's
don't
like,
know what
why
the
do you have
point
this?
is.
And he immediately dropped it. So he's like, I'm
Yeah.
not having this.
Like, Akino brought it out with him as well, and nobody used it.
Just
Yeah.
got a hammer, you know.
He's got a hammer. It's just like, why?
Refuse. I have hammer. Refuse to elaborate further.
It's just like, okay. And then, yeah, it was a fun match. It was pretty.
I was not expecting Team DDT to win that one.
I think as the show went on and I was watching it, I was just like, okay, yeah, Team DT's gonna win.
Yeah.
And then we had the semi-main event. The semi of the 3 co-main events. Yeah. Konsuke Takashita and Yuka Ueno of Sona Kamina beat Kaito Kiyomiya and Yoshiki Inamura. One thing I want to touch on, Inamura finally got gear that isn't generic Young Lion gear. He got cool Tire Man gear, and he brought a tire to the ring.
Tire Man. He looks like Power Ranger from RPM.
He is best, boy. He bring tire
Yes.
to ring with him.
He bring tire.
Yeah. He just brought a tire with
Pit
him.
crew in Amora.
Yeah. Just an entire tire. They also teased after this, because Kaito got pinned by Ueno, that Kaito and Inamura were going to break up, and Kaito got mad at Inamura, which is just like, bro, you got pinned. Fuck off.
Bruh, you're the one who lost the match.
It's like, you lost. Don't be a bitch, Inamura.
So, this match was amazing, and once again, booking specifically for me, Ueno got the win.
He did, which resulted in nothing, because he got
I'm so
eliminated.
happy he got the win with the best moonsault ever. Oh my god.
And then immediately got eliminated from King of DET directly afterwards. With like the
Shut up! Let me have this win.
No, suffer.
So we were expecting Take to win because it's Take coming back. Like, you know,
I think with the tag league change, it's just like that made it a lot more up in the air.
that threw a loop in our expectations.
Yeah.
Our expectations were subverted, as it were.
Oh, indeed.
Yes.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna go watch that show, definitely check out this tag
Yep.
match.
And then
It's great.
the first of the 3 main events.
Triple main event.
Princess of a Princess Championship. Miyu Yamashita took on Yuka Sakazaki. Yeah.
So heading in, slightly skeptical because I'm a fan of Rika Tatsumi, and I felt that her title reign, a lot of stuff was left on the table with losing the belt to Miyu. And it felt like, okay, we're getting the Miyu Yuka big get butts in seats match.
Yeah.
It was still amazing.
Yep.
They absolutely murdered each other. This is my match of the night.
Okay.
I was not expecting Yuka to win, mainly because Miyu just became the first 3-time Princess Champion, and I don't think they're going to end that so soon. And
it would also just make Yuka a 3-time champion, which would kind of just...
It would. However, it does unfortunately... John would crucify me if I didn't mention this. It also makes their record incredibly lopsided now.
Yeah,
even more than it was.
But like, I don't see that as an issue.
No. It's a much lesser
I understand
issue,
John's where he's on his perspective on that, but I think he's overreacting there. I think that's a kind of a dumbass like thing to care about. Like,
either way, it was brilliant. I believe there was like every single most moves were kicked out of.
Yeah.
Like the big finish.
Crash Rabbit he got kicked out of. Magical Girl Splash got kicked out of.
I think Miyu hit Crash Rabbit heat to the back of the head,
yeah,
and then hit another one to the front.
Yeah.
As the finish, and that was insane.
That sounds right, I think. Yeah, it was really good. Really enjoyed it. I thought it was great. Yeah, it was quite good.
Yeah.
It was quite nice.
And then Miyu gonna go on and challenge for the tag belts.
Yep, and probably lose.
In 4 days.
Yeah, and probably lose.
Timestamp.
Yeah. Yep. Now to the next match. KO. I don't really have anything else to say about the Princess match. KOD openweight title match. Jun Akayama versus Harashima. Akayama retains via ref stoppage. Holy fuck, that was great.
This match was brutal.
It was brutal, and the ending, I think
the ending was fantastic. Harashima was pissed
after the match, where he just went like he like almost went in for it, and then he realized, no, wait, I lost. And it was just like,
Oh no.
you could
He
see
was
how
frothing at the mouth.
you could see how heartbroken he was. He was like,
Yeah.
I couldn't beat this old man. It's just like,
Also, it was quite interesting coming from the preceding match because Yuka also did the whole really pissed after the match loss.
yeah.
thing.
But like, Harashima took it to another level where he was.
He was
fucking-
incensed.
He was like, 'cause he
violent.
thought the match was still going, and then he just went.
like, ah.
He's like, and then he looked at him, and he just went, I lost, and he was just so. He couldn't believe it. He was so.
There was such added like emotion there because
Yeah.
before the match they did a massive career retrospective video package for Harashima
Yeah, and then
from
he
like
lost.
his very first days in DDT, facing Tanahashi, like being like the ace of the company
Yeah.
forever.
Like him, they even
And
brought
then
up
to
like
this.
him and Ibushi's history and how they kind
Yeah.
of had that rivalry. And it's like, and then it just ended, and it was like,
If I didn't enjoy the Princess title match so much, this would be my match of the night.
it was really great.
Oh.
And then
the
main event of all main events. Keiji Muto defending the GHC heavyweight title against Naomichi Marufuji, but KG time is over. That's a hint.
No more.
That's for something else we'll get into later in the podcast because we haven't talked about it yet.
That's very true.
There's a lot we have to talk about today.
There's a lot of content.
This might be going over an hour. I'm not gonna lie.
We've already gone over an hour.
We're
I think.
at
Fantastic.
55 minutes right now, but yeah, we're
We're
gonna.
gonna go over
In
an
for the
hour.
long haul.
We'll probably talk about AEW and ROH next, and then we'll do more
And
pure
Impact.
Impact in 3.
We'll get to our nondescript American wrestling.
Yeah, we'll get to our nondescript North American wrestling.
Naomichi Marufuji, after 4 unsuccessful title challenges to the GHC heavyweight title in a row, he has finally recaptured the GHC heavyweight championship, defeating Keiji Muto.
With a knee to the face.
Yes. Now, I want to say this. Why were you guys surprised by that? I don't understand.
I think it's okay. So you know how Muto actually took bumps in the Shiozaki match?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay, maybe he'll take like one Flosion. No.
He tried to hit a Flosion.
He did. Didn't work for him.
No. And also, Marufuji hasn't done the Flosion as a finisher in a while. He mostly
Fair
just
enough.
does knees now. Like,
Just hit him with the knees.
yeah.
It was
Like-
great.
It was
As
great.
Muto match, where did we rank this on the Muto title matches of 2021?
Honestly, I'm starting to wonder. I think actually thought Kitamiya Muto was the best. Looking back at Shiozaki Muto, I
Really?
pushed it back, and it's
Really?
like, yeah, it was kind of better.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I would probably put it. I don't think it was definitely better than the Kaito match.
Well, yes.
Leaps and bounds. It's hard to say where to put it in regards to. I don't think it's as good as Kitamiya or Shiozaki. I think both those are better than this. But I think it was solid. I don't think it was bad. I just think those two were really good because I think Kitamiya and Shiozaki both carried Muto very well.
They both elevated it, yeah. I'm very glad that going into the show, the big super show, huge marquee milestone for Cyber Fight, they actually had it end with a title change.
Yeah, and like a big
We had like
major moment too.
if all the champions retained on the show, it'd be fine, but it'd be like,
Yeah, I see.
you wouldn't have that big moment. You wouldn't have that huge moment, which is great.
Yep, and then we had the nice closing moment. All the Cyberfight people together, dancing, having a good time. We had Jun Akayama backpacking Yoshihiko, the blood ball.
Dude, Yoshihiko made the front cover of Shupro.
Yeah, he did. It did.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was Cyber Fight. It was great.
Indeed. It was a very good
Very
show.
long show, but well worth.
Yeah. All right, and moving on, let's talk about, since resident ROH Mark Yelich is back. It's time to
I
talk
haven't been reading the English translation of the Yoshihiko Wikipedia page for the past 10 minutes. No.
Let's talk about some ROH stuff, buddy. Your favorite promotion.
Ring of Honor. What? Yeah, my favorite promotion. I am actually going. Let's start from the beginning. So they're bringing back fans soon in like a month, and I'm gonna go to that show. I'll bring back that report when it happens.
Yeah.
Best in the world.
Um,
But over recent weeks, what the fuck? How far back do I need to go to?
Let's just go over all the current champions and just see what we can talk
Current
about. All right.
Okay, then I'll go over the current story.
Starting with world champ. It's the same guy.
Ruth,
Same
still
dude.
world champ. I don't know who. It looks like the next challenger is going to be whoever wins Survival of the Fittest. He just brought that back.
Either
I think that's
Dickinson
Bandito
or Dickinson.
or Dickinson.
It's one of the two.
Unless they go a weird route and they go Flamita, Eli Isom, Dak Draper, or Danhausen, maybe Brian Johnson. Those are the weird routes they can go. It's probably Dickinson or Bandito.
Yeah, I don't think any of those work.
The world title division is the worst division in Ring of Honor.
Yes,
That's
correct.
easy.
Easy
to see.
We can also talk about demonic Flamita later.
I do. I kind of like it.
Okay.
Even if it's a weird that it's calling himself demonic.
Add the descriptor in front of your name, and there you are.
Yeah,
demonic. Yeah. Television championship. Here's a fun one.
Tony Deppen.
Tony Deppen is your champion. Tony Deppen beat Tracy Williams for it a little after anniversary when Williams beat K-I-N-G-K for it instead of Dragon Lee because he was injured and couldn't make it to Baltimore because he wasn't allowed to fight. So now Dragon Lee's returning, and now there's a whole new champion. It's not even Tracy Williams anymore. And in 2 weeks' time from when we're recording this, they're gonna have a triple threat match. It's gonna be Tracy Williams, who thank God this is taped because he was hit by a car. I hope he gets I hope he recovers quickly.
He recovers well. Yep.
Yeah. Because I love him. It's gonna be a triple threat between. I love him. Please. It's gonna be a triple threat between Dragon Lee, Tracy Williams, and Tony Deppen. I just noticed that Demonic Flamita is now number 3 in the TV rankings.
Yes.
And Dalton Castle dropped to number 4. This makes me sad.
Also, ROH started doing rankings apparently.
It started. They had rankings since they returned.
Yeah.
Are their rankings better handled than AW? Yes or no?
They don't force it in your face, and
okay, good.
No one cares. They care about it, but usually it's just okay. Whoever's number 1 contender just gets shot up to the number 1 spot. It's basically just a way of seeing who's in contendership to get
who's in the mix.
Basically. Who's in the mix?
Who's in the
basically
who's in the mix?
So, it just tells you who's in what division. So if you're going for the TV title, you can't go for the pure title. If you're going for the world title, you can't go for the TV or pure championship. Tag and 6-man are different.
6-man doesn't even have rankings.
6-man doesn't because it's the 6-man titles and they're weird.
Damn.
But yeah. Anyway, let's go down to the pure championship.
Are not
they don't exist anymore.
What do you mean? You're telling me world famous CB isn't hanging with his Shinobi Shadow Squad?
World famous CB, Eli Isom, and Ryan Mooney. No, they're not doing anything anymore. Damn. Eli Isom get the singles push, and Ryan Nova's now Ryan Mooney and is still jobbing.
It sounds like a terrible boomer dad Facebook post of hanging with my Shinobi Shadow Squad.
Hanging with my Shinobi Shadow Squad.
Imagine that next to fucking minion.
World famous CB did in fact do something of interesting note lately.
World famous CB.
No, he was English commentary on the Hana Kimura Memorial Show.
Oh yeah, I remember. I heard about that. Wasn't he with Riccaboni?
Yes, they actually did quite well.
Yeah. Riccaboni's the best. I
You
do
watch that.
think he's
I also watch
I
that.
think Riccaboni is the probably the second best commentator in the business right now. I think.
Who would you say is the best?
Actually, maybe third behind Delirious and Kevin Kelly. Not Delirious.
Delirious.
I keep calling Excalibur Delirious.
Delirious is my favorite
like-
commentator.
That's like the 20th time I've done that.
Delirious. My
I
goodness.
constantly call Excalibur Delirious. I don't know why.
Delirious.
My Ring of Honor brain.
That's so funny. Delirious. God.
Pure
Love it.
Championship. Best division in Ring of Honor. Jonathan Gresham is one of the best wrestlers in the world right now, hands down.
He's either the best or
You can get
second
a-
best technical wrestler in the world, in my opinion. I think
yeah.
it's between him and Zach, and I think
Yeah.
he might honestly have a leg up currently.
Yeah, I would say so. Right now, especially as
Yeah.
Saber is kind of doing some tag escapades.
Mm.
At least he's showing it more.
Yeah.
Gresham right now.
Mm.
He's had some great matches. We've gone over them before, but he can get a great match out of anybody.
Yes.
One of my favorite matches of the year is Jonathan Gresham versus Dak Draper. If that doesn't tell you how good he is, I don't know what else can.
Well, if you don't believe
He's
it
amazing.
now, you definitely will after his upcoming title defense.
In Best in the World, we assume it's not announced, but we do know that his next defense will be against Fred Yehai, which will be
I'm so
fucking
hyped.
awesome.
Fred Yehai, New
We're
Japan
gonna get-
Strong superstar. Fred Yehai.
Yeah, he just joined New Japan Strong.
Yeah, I'm really hyped for that match though. In all seriousness.
Oh, it's gonna be really good. I hope that happens at Best in the World so I can see that live.
Oh yeah.
World Tag Team Champions. This is going to have a title match. I should probably say the champions are first. Rhett Titus and Tracy Williams of the Foundation are the champions currently, and they are going to be facing KINGK, Kenny King and Dragon Lee of La Faction Ingobernable for the tag championships on the next edition of Ring of Honor, which will come out in like a day, or it's already happened really, but it just hasn't aired online yet. As we are filming this podcast, or recording it, and
finally,
I don't know when it's at all. But yeah, and then the 6-man championships exist too. Shane Taylor promotions are good; they just don't have challenges.
Well, they don't have 6-man trios. All the other factions are doing stuff. Like.
Well, the other fact, because Violence Unlimited. Okay, but Violence Unlimited exists now. Homicide, Dickinson, Deppen, and Bernie King.
Yeah.
Fun.
They are. Of rascals.
They exist,
but not those.
But they're doing stuff against Foundation and La Faction Ingobernable. And then you have Shane Taylor promotions which exist, but then
they're there.
Besides that,
they're hanging out.
Like the Bouncers, maybe they're not doing something right now. Righteous is doing stuff. OTK is only a tag team. No, the Bouncers got back together.
What?
Malone has turned heel.
Oh.
Malone has turned heel after Taven hit what's his name? Bruiser with a beer bottle.
Oh, I see.
And then Malone's was like, "You were right all along, man." That was a while ago. I don't blame.
Are they members of the Righteous or?
No, they're not. They're just heel now.
Okay.
It's weird. But Righteous and Taven and Bennett are still doing their feud. It should end soon.
It's a never-ending feud.
Fine.
Vinny and Taven and Taven and Vinny, Vinny and Taven. It'll never end. Vinny,
That's so Taven.
That is so.
They're bringing back the women's championships soon.
Yeah. I
like the women's stuff so far.
I know one person in the tournament so far.
You know two. You know Angelina Love.
Oh, and she's in it? Alright, cool. I do know two.
Yeah, she has a first round bye.
Currently pulling for Allison Kay.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Trish Adora is good too. Roxy, I like a lot of the women in the tournament so far.
Is Sesh
Only
North in
person
there
I
or no?
No, she's not.
No?
she's not. They're
Sad.
not bringing over their British.
Ah, fair enough.
They haven't brought over Haskins, so they're not definitely not bringing over.
Haven't brought over
Sash.
Haskins.
Fair
Haven't
point.
brought over
Fair
Hendry.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Mm.
Oh, I should bring up my favorite feud in Ring of Honor so far. Right now, Josh Woods and Silas Young have had a cracker of a feud. It's really good.
Cracker. Hell yeah.
They had a cracker. With my
Cracker feud.
yeah.
Barn burner. Slobber knocker. Yeah.
They had a great match in this last week of ROH TV. One of my favorite matches of the year for Ring of Honor, which was Josh Woods and Silas Young in a pure rules match with a 30-minute time limit instead of the normal 15. It went over 20 minutes. Really good. Yeah. And then they had earlier on, they had a normal match, just a normal pro wrestling match without pure rules. And Silas won that one. Woods won the pure rules match.
Yep. Next up is
now they're gonna have a last man
stand. Should have been last real man standing, but your last man standing.
I assume Josh Woods wins, and then
Probably.
hopefully he goes on to face Gresham and wins the pure championship. I know it kind of sounds like blasphemy to try and take the pure title off of Gresham.
No.
But if it's gonna be anyone, has to be Josh Woods.
Bonk you on the
gotta.
head. Bonk you on the head for saying such horrible.
Besides Gresham, the best wrestler in Ring of Honor this year has been Josh Woods.
Nah, it's clearly the
been
world
that good.
famous CB.
He's been okay. He's not been.
No, I know.
I don't understand it as much. Other matches of the best in the world. They're doing Jay Lethal versus Brody King. Because those staples are feuding. It's fine. And then also EC3 versus Flip Gordon. That should be fun. Hopefully EC3 wins. Because they aren't giving him many wins so far.
EC3, a jobber everywhere.
EC3 is an incredibly fascinating case in recent years.
Oh, yeah. He loses a lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, that's Ring of Honor. That's about it. It's fun. It's really good wrestling.
Maybe they should rename the company RGW. Really good wrestling. All right.
Anyway,
let's talk about
from
some
good
not so
wrestling to
meh wrestling. AEW.
Against All Odds. Oh, okay.
Oh, you were going.
Oh boy.
I thought we were going to Against All Odds. Okay.
I was gonna go to. I want to talk about double nothing.
I like Double or Nothing a lot.
Double Nothing.
It had some good stuff.
All right, as a disclaimer, so take my opinion with a pinch of salt. I fell asleep in the middle of the show.
Oh, same. But
so I watched Brian Cage versus Hangman, and then I woke up for the world title match.
Nice.
Oh, so you caught like the really good.
I caught the good matches. I missed Sheeta Britt though. I'm sad.
You also did miss Bucks versus Moxley.
I don't care about the match.
That was actually quite fun.
It was great.
Yeah, it was a really fun match. The finish is terrible because the BT trigger is a terrible move, and I will never stand down on that. It's shit. Stop doing it. It's a bad move.
They have the Meltzer driver.
They have the Meltzer driver. They have the fucking more bang for your buck.
Meltzer driver.
They have every move. It's the Young Buck.
Yeah.
They have the sharpshooter.
That. Like, it's a fucking terrible golden trigger. It's just, it's so bad.
I believe you mentioned this previously outside of podcast. It'd be make more sense if they did the golden shower.
Yes, I believe.
So they do like the double 450.
Yeah. Yep. That would be that I think would be better if they just went like the whoosh. But yeah, or even the cross slash. Like, you want to steal something?
Even the cross slash. The cross slash.
Just the wee. Just the Double or Nothing was okay.
Liked it. I thought it easily better than Revolution.
Oh yeah.
Well,
yeah, but Revolution.
That's not a high bar. That's not a high bar.
You had And you had some really standout matches, in my opinion, with the triple threat, which is one of my favorite matches of the year so far.
Yeah.
Then again, I live in a bubble with my wrestling.
But we all just
then
live
you
in the
also
wrestling
have-
bubble that we happen to watch.
Then you have Page and Cage, which was really good.
Page good.
And then
Yeah.
Bucks versus Moxley and Kingston, which was
Uh,
a really good match too.
Pre-show.
And then you had also the novelties of. Sorry, are we going through the whole card?
Yeah, I mean, no, I just want to bring up like
Little rundown.
we don't. I, just
Okay,
wanna,
yeah,
I don't
you
want
can-
to like talk about this for too much. You think I fucking care enough to? No, I just want to say how
That's
Deep Rio
fair.
was really good.
It was Deep Riho was
I just want
also
to say
amazing.
Deep Rio was really good.
The deep great stuff.
Yeah.
Really good.
I don't like Rio that much.
Also,
but
you had
Deep-
the
All right.
Rita Deeb is amazing. Hopefully, she's wins
Two
the AEW.
matches that I thought sucked. Cody Rhodes a Go-Go.
Oh boy,
Awful. I don't want to talk.
I've heard only bad things.
It was bad.
It was
Do you
that
remember
was
what Din's
that was a
fire
bad
is?
match.
Wait, what?
Do you remember what Din's
Oh,
fire?
Din's fire.
Yeah,
He's
won-
hit that like maybe twice. He brought it in New Japan. It's like a weird vertebraker thing.
Yes, and he won with it in this match.
Why?
He just did. He won.
Okay.
Yeah,
I can only ever recall him hitting that like once or twice.
he won.
What's the other match you
Sure.
thought sucked?
What?
Because I understand that one, but what was the other match?
Miro
you thought
Archer.
sucked?
I thought that was so bad.
Yeah,
Given the
I
two
like-
men in that match, that should have
didn't
been
like
so
it.
much better.
I didn't like it, but it wasn't bad.
No. Because given how good Miro is and how good Lance is, that should have been so much better than it was.
Was it not just
Yeah.
big meaty men slapping meat?
Not
They
really.
They did do big
for like a
men
little
slapping
bit.
me.
And then it was
for a
just
bit.
like, ugh, okay. And then Lance Archer suddenly loses to the fucking game over and passes out. And it's just like,
No.
okay, this happened.
Wait, you're
I
you're
guess.
forgetting the spot where fucking Miro threw the snake.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he did do that.
Weird.
I remember when he
He
almost
needed a
killed...
fake snake.
Yeah, he also almost
Hmm.
killed Danny Limelight, who was sitting in the crowd.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
They almost killed Danny Limelight.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
yeah.
Uh,
But you had this
It
show.
was
You had
so
Britt
boring,
Baker's
though.
crowning.
yeah, that was
Oh, Miro vs Archer. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was really boring.
really boring. Didn't care for it. Yeah.
But it picked up after you had Baker Cheetah, which I'll admit kind of lagged at the beginning,
It-
but really picked
know,
up near the end.
Didn't need to be much. You just needed Britt to win. That was basically
Britt Baker's crowning.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Yeah.
Sting was actually really good considering his age and returning to the ring.
Having Ethan Page
Um,
and Scorpio in there, I think, probably helped because they.
It helped a lot.
Yeah.
And then Darby Allin's he's great.
Yeah.
Um,
The thing I
and
want to say
then the
about
triple
Cheetah
threat was hilarious.
is her reign did not feel like a year.
No, didn't.
It felt way less than that, right? Or is that just me?
No, I agree.
It didn't because it didn't feel important.
Exactly. Right? It's a bit of an issue with it.
Sadly, Yelich is very correct.
Yeah. 372 days as champion, and
And there's nothing more Hikaru Shida could have done
No.
with that.
It's
Not
just,
her fault. No.
Yeah.
no. It's just the
She
booking.
had great matches. Pretty
Oh,
good.
yeah.
Well,
Very good.
Abaddon. She had great matches.
Abaddon's a
Pretty
character
much,
wrestler. It's fine.
Rio Mizunami. That was a great match. That was arguably the best match of Revolution. Or
Yeah.
the Revolution?
Well,
The best
yeah.
match of the show she was on.
Revolution.
Yeah, Revolution.
Yeah.
You had. The Diamond Rose matches were always weird.
No, Rose
Oh,
matches.
Besides out. The
Thunder
one
Rosa.
that was
Thunder
bad.
Rosa.
Thunder Rosa, amazing. Like she had some amazing matches there. Just they didn't put the spotlight on her that she deserved.
Yeah. And the fact that you're struggling also kind of even proves that point even more. Like that they didn't show.
Like the best match, the best women's match, in my opinion, the best match of AEW this year, is a different women's match that doesn't have to do with the title entirely, and it's Britt Baker versus Thunder Rosa.
Unsanctioned.
And that got more that feud got more attention and care than the women's title ever received.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully, now that Britt has it, the title will actually start to mean something, but we'll see.
I just feel bad for Sheeta.
Mm.
But although the show had the novelty of Sting wrestling, and then it was campy, but it had some bright spots in it, and I ended up being okay with it. Stadium Stampede.
Mm.
Um,
You know,
and then the Battle Royale.
yeah, Battle Royale was fun. You know, can't really go wrong with like a Battle Royale type match.
Yeah,
Leo Rush being the Joker in hindsight is kind of
and then getting injured
Bit of,
in the match and then
bit of
retiring.
an oof.
kind of sad, but also funny, but also kind of sad, but also
It's
kind of
sad.
funny. This is his second time he's saying
It's sad.
It's his second time saying he's gonna retire, though.
Yeah.
I assume this one's more real.
I hope so.
Then again, we always say that when somebody
Yeah.
retires.
And then he just
We'll see.
Leo Rush just going to become Terry Funk.
Terry. Oh,
He's
yeah.
old. He's in his 20s. How many more times can a man do something?
We got another.
Hey,
50
he's got a lot of years to
years.
retire and unretire. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Yeah, I really like Double or Nothing. Besides the one bad in my opinion. Match. And that's it.
So yeah, like as a partial Sean Spears enjoyer, I just want to touch on some Stadium Stampede for you, just for a bit. I would like to get your deep psychological analysis of Sammy Guevara coming across Sean Spears sitting in the chair room of Daly's place.
Okay. That was fucking hilarious. You can't deny it.
It was my favorite bit of the match. Okay, apart from Wardlow trying to stab Hager with an icicle, it was my favorite bit of the match.
Everything that
What?
that match was hell. You'd think it'd be like serious. It was not serious at all.
No.
But it was. I love that match until it got to the in-ring return portion. I thought it was.
When they came back to like the Daly's place ring, it no. Dumb.
Yeah, I think that ruined it, and I also
kinda-
didn't like that it ended with just a 6:30.
I think my opinion
come
on
on.
that is.
The last-
I just want to say this. I think they had to kind of do that with crowds. I think you can't have like your main event be a pre-taped match.
I agree, but you
with
couldn't have
crowds.
done something like
Tell
like,
that to Impact.
remember how the last
They
Stadium
don't have
Stampede
crowds.
ended?
Oh well, yeah, but they don't have,
Impact
remember the last
technically
Stadium-
did have a crowd. Never mind.
they had yeah.
Remember how the last Stadium Stampede
Wow.
ended?
Yeah, but again,
It was a fucking huge ass one-winged angel onto a bunch of tables.
again though.
This one ended with just a 6:30.
Bro, 6:30 Ricochet's finisher, best move of the game. No, I understand that can be frustrating, but I also think you do have to have. I feel like they could have done more, but at the same time, I get why
It could have been less of a we're just coming to the ring to do a finisher.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I just don't understand why in a match that's so crazy and wacky, you end it with a normal wrestling move. I don't get that.
There was a bit where Tully Blanchard and FDR were just yucking it up at a bar.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
to be fair,
like
Hangman and
the camera's on Santana and Ortiz. It pans over and they're just standing there at the bar.
I mean,
Didn't
Hangman and
didn't-
Hager did that last year with like the
didn't Cash Wheeler just get like put up on it, like thrown up the elevator,
Yeah,
and then just he was gone for the rest of the match?
it's brilliant.
So
Great,
Cash
I love
Wheeler
it.
doesn't know how to use an elevator, is what you're telling me.
Confirmed.
No, he got fucking beat up, thrown in the elevator closed, like he pushed all the buttons, he left the elevator, and they left him to go up.
God. All right. So they just went.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
think Santana did that. It was a fun match until the ending, which kind of fell a bit to me. Also, they made my boy Sean Spears take the fall. Then again, he's the fall guy.
He Sean Spears.
But-
He was gonna take the pin, no matter what you think. Like, yeah.
I also thought that Pinnacle should have won. But
I think the minute they put that stipulation on it,
The inner circle rolls on.
yeah. I think the minute we
because
get
Inner
that
Circle
stipulation-
just feel Inner Circle don't work.
I don't. They need to do something. They need to win something. Like,
I don't like Jericho as a face.
need
No.
LA. Give Santana Ortiz a tag belts. Come on.
Not even tag belts. Can they just be booked competently?
Give them the Impact
They're
tag.
doing a boxing match next week between Hager and Wardlow.
Yes.
I think it's a boxing. What was it called?
I thought it was either that or like an MMA.
They
one.
said like in an octagon.
It might be MMA.
So I think it's MMA.
Hager versus.
Because they kept bringing
Ward.
up MMA. They said, oh, in the octagon cage fight.
Can we go full blood sport? Get rid of the rings.
MMA
The
cage
rope,
match.
sorry.
Mm,
It's gonna be an MMA cage match.
okay.
Wow.
So like knockout submission only inside of a cage. Cool.
So what you're saying is Wardlow tries to escape. Jake Hager rips open the cage and pulls it back in, and then chucks him off the top.
Playmaker posse.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, now time to wrestling that you guys described as meh, because I didn't watch this. So against
Is
all
this
odds.
Impact against all odds?
Yes.
Impact against all odds.
There wasn't really anything noteworthy on the show.
Nothing popped. That
Apparently
I can go.
Okay, so
I can tell you
Dean
what.
Ambrose
quite
attacked
telling.
Austin.
It's quite telling that the most buzz that Impact has gotten this week was for a TV match that was not the main event,
Yeah,
Which one?
and that was Josh Alexander.
Josh Alexander
60-minute
versus
Iron
TJP.
Man
Oh,
match
the
with
Iron Man
TJP.
match with TJP. Okay, yeah.
You put that match on the
um,
TV show, and your pay-per-view is there.
Question: how did a 5-way end in a no contest?
Oh,
I
Yellick.
can tell you.
Yellick,
watched
if you wish to
that.
regale us with how this happened.
Yeah.
So, okay, first things first. P. Williams hit a fucking top rope Canadian destroyer and he didn't win the match. That's blasphemy in itself.
Good job,
Um,
P. Dumbass.
But, so a big story coming into this match, apparently, from what I gathered from commentary. By the way, Matt Stryker, not on commentary for some reason, replaces Josh Matthews. Already a downgrade.
Yeah.
But a big story coming into this match was Madman Fulton, which is Ace Austin's heavy,
Yeah.
was taken out, and so he wasn't going to be in his corner.
Yeah.
Then, near the end of the match, Madman Fulton emerges and beats everyone the fuck up. He hits his really cool move onto like everyone except for Ace. He hits like a double choke slam, world's strongest slam, and powerbomb all in one go.
How?
It looked really cool.
What?
It was. You'd have to see it to believe it. It was really good. But then the referee calls for the bell and calls it a no contest in a no disqualification 5-way.
In a 5-way.
It reminds me of when Brock interfered in the Hell in a Cell, and then they just threw it out.
It reminds me of the Seth Rollins Fiend finish from Hell in a Cell.
Oh.
Where it just ends. And it's like, it's no contest.
I think for Impact it's extra bad because they do a lot more like Fatal 5-ways or like 6-pack challenge matches than most other promotions.
Yeah.
Madman Fulton then tried to I think down.
And then suddenly this is now a thing.
Yeah.
Cut away. Yeah, it was dumb.
Yeah.
Doring versus Kojima it didn't live up to the hype for me.
Well, it was alright. Okay, it's Dad
okay.
Kojima, and this is like 10 years on from their Triple Crown match in All Japan.
Yeah, I know. It's fair.
I still enjoyed it.
Didn't
It was simple, but I like the novelty because they're two of my favorites.
Rich
Doring
Swann
got over
botched a
huge.
lot.
Like it was very much a let's put Doring over big.
Yeah.
So Rich Swann botched a lot?
Rich Swann botched a lot in his Morrissey match. There was one botch I remember in particular. He tried to do a 450 splash off of the apron to the floor.
Wow.
First thing that happened, I remember, besides him botching the move, was Josh Matthews initially calling it a Phoenix splash. It was a 450.
God damn it, Josh Matthews, you fucking...
Then, so he didn't actually, hit it fully. He landed on his feet and then just kind of fell over.
Okay.
He didn't get the full rotation.
Yeah.
It was very sad.
Why did
I just remember
the
that
tag belts? What is going on here?
Because Doring was in the match earlier on.
They're freebirding.
But why is this happening?
Reasons.
God.
Also, Omega vs. Moose is very lackluster.
I saw that Generation Me returned to Impact and
Yeah.
Yeah.
interfered.
And also, and Sami Callihan was fired at the end of the show
He
for
was
doing
okay.
nothing.
He like smacked him with the bat when he came out. He beat up Young Bucks, like hit them all once. Then Don Callis is like all uppity about it.
Mm.
Callahan gets a chair, goes back in the ring, and
He's
he's
about
gonna
to
do
the.
like the chair
He's
baseball
in
bat
the.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's like setting up to do it.
Death spot.
Before he even does it, Callis is like, "You're fired."
Oh, damn.
So he doesn't even hit the move, but he's fired.
And then Omega rolls out of the ring, so he doesn't even like hit it after the fact.
Damn. Rip.
And then end the show. There you go.
Cool. Great. So, waste of time?
Oh,
Deonna
also,
versus
the
Rosemary
match
was a
wasn't
match
in
that happened.
front of like. Also, if you want to make matters worse for Moose versus Omega, match wasn't really in front of a live crowd. It was in front of a bunch of wrestlers. It felt like, and they all were just like really If you told me that was piped in crowd, I couldn't tell.
Oh, damn. That's...
Yeah.
Impact
I saw
pipes
the
in
crowd there.
Oh, the piped in crowd noise is really annoying.
They
It's
didn't
very
do the
irritating.
piped in crowd for the main event, but the crowd was so hokey and like so obviously like paid that I didn't like it. Like I'm pretty
The main event was very forgettable.
I'm like 80% sure I saw Scorpio Sky in the front row. Like
yeah.
Okay.
To
like
fill out,
it was like
fill out
the
rest
dark
of the cards, Deonna Rosemary was a match that happened.
Yeah.
okay.
That's it.
That's it.
Deonna won. There you go. Jordan Grace
Flava
versus Tennille
Kimberly
Dashwood ended via Caleb with a K went to interfere or like distract. Rachel Ellering pulled him off. Then Grace got pissed at Ellering for interfering, and then Dashwood rolled her up.
Oh my god, Hillary pulled them off.
And yeah, now they're teasing more Ellering and Grace.
Yeah.
Okay, so nothing of value happened. Cool. Good to
Byron Flava versus
Nothing was
Kimberly and
gained
Susan
here.
was okay.
All right.
Yes.
Let's talk about something actually cool. Because it's KZ time! Alright. King of Gate. The finals. The demon bland man himself. Kota Minoura. Finally was defeated by hip-hop sensation and icon. The man who everyone said he ain't got a chance, but he said no, no, no. And
He doing it.
He did it. It's KZ time. He did it.
We were so scared that Kota Minoura would actually go all the way.
He almost did.
We were terrified. He was the first one to like advance from his block, and it was like, "Oh no, don't do it, please."
It almost looked like a really cursed thing because KZ was out and he was in the bottom of his block at the end of it, so he was out, and then he won the second chance battle royal. He got back in.
Oh my god, he had like the ultimate rise up,
and then he beat SB Kento, and then he beat Kota Minoura in the finals. It actually was a really good match. Credit to Bland Man, he did good. he do.
We hope that KZ will be the one to dethrone Shun.
He should. Shun's at 4 defenses.
Would be nice.
Please stop. Up this ride.
Stop injuring people. Don't injure our boy on the way.
No! Go win Twin Gate, you fuck. Why are they already giving you the belt? What's wrong with you guys? Ultimo, stop. I know he's a luchador, but stop.
At the very least, if multiple of his challengers didn't get injured, then at least there's that. But it's like
2 of his 4 defenses it resulted in his challengers getting injured. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Not really. I'm hoping.
Very sad. Hope it ends. KZ, we wanted KZ to get the belt for a few years now, and it's
I think
finally
that
time. It's finally time.
In my opinion, I think Shun is a lot like Kaito Kiyomiya in that he got pushed way too hard, way too quickly.
Yeah.
I don't think he's ready. Because everyone's trying
Well,
to do that.
that's generally not so much now, like 2021, but pre-COVID, around 2019-ish, the very much in thing was get your really young prospect and
Yeah.
push them to the moon.
Yeah.
Like, are they ready for it? No.
That's the thing, though.
Are you going to do it? Yeah.
I can explain, but that comes down to one thing, and I think that's the fact that everyone's trying to make the next Okada. Because he was somebody who everyone was like, who was pushed at a very young age, and he was.
We saw that with Kenta Miyahara. We saw that with Kaito Kiyomiya. We saw it with Shun Skywalker.
Yeah. But, like, I think the difference, the thing that everyone forgets about Okada, he started training to be a wrestler when he was 15.
Yeah.
Like, he went to fucking Mexico by himself to go train in Torimon Dojo. And he tried.
Okada's very much an exception, not the rule.
No, he's not.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're not going to get a prodigy out of every young wrestler who shows some level of talent. And people need to stop thinking that that is the case. You need to, like, I think gradual pushes in the long term are better. Because, yeah, you start at the bottom of the card and then you work your way up. That helps you a lot better than being, oh, you come in, you win the heavyweight belt, and now you're the ace. It's like, no, that's not how that works. Like, they did that with Kaito. Didn't really work. He went on excursion, he came back and won the belt, and then that didn't work. Didn't work really with Kento, as you said. He won the belt, and now he's kind of just, yeah, he's drifting. And now Shun, you injure two of your opponents, and like you injure two of your defenses, and then like Kazma, I can't really say much about Kazma, but the Kaiser Ishii defense was okay, but the Kazma defense is like, yeah,
No.
It's like,
No.
You're not ready, and I don't understand the hype behind him, because there's a lot of Dragon Gate fans who are like, yes, he's incredible, and it's like, I don't get it.
He's had flashes of good stuff. Like his Park title match was very good.
I'm sure he's got potential, but
yeah,
right
the
now,
problem is, in all of his other good matches, he's either participating or being led in a good match.
Yeah.
Like Park was the guy running that show for that match.
I think
when Shun is the champion, he's the one who's supposed to be dictating it.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's quite worked yet because they pushed him quite soon.
Yeah. The other thing I would like, the other person who we didn't actually mention in terms of like people who were young and got pushed was Take, but like even him, he was in the tag division with Endo and stuff first, and then he moved up later. Like he was.
And we're seeing now that Take has very much improved a lot.
Yeah, and like he's actually been given. He's young, but he's been given time to go out and do, not just be the focal point, because they've had
not just all right, you're ace now. There you go.
It's kind of the same with Endo, because they're kind of co-aces in a way. So it's like where he's also had time to go do like, oh, go, win 6-man with Strong Hearts and stuff. Go be tag champions with Sasaki. Join up. Move your way up slowly. Let Sasaki be the main guy for a bit, for a little while, and then we'll move you into some open weight scene. And we'll give you a couple title reigns, and then we'll build you up slowly, and that works well. And that's why Endo and Take are such, like, while yes they're young, they're really well-rounded aces, and they work really well as like two guys who can do really well. The same can be said about Okada. Yes, I know we shit on him now a lot because of his style and the money clip and stuff, but like he was given, like he was put straight in there, but also he was given a bit of like some periods in the meantime where he was given singles matches against like more capable opponents, so he could kind of still fix up his style and work with the veterans a bit more. And I think that's that's what Shun Kaito and Kento didn't get. Shun especially. I think Kaito Kaito had a bit of that because he was in the tag division before he went on excursion, but like he came straight back from excursion, and then they gave him a year-long title reign, which is, it was okay, but it was all right.
It's not always going to work because it worked one time for someone else.
Yeah, exactly.
Friend of the channel, Alex, with a good example. Utami Hayashishita was also pushed quite hard. She's probably one of the hardest pushes in Stardom history. However, she did do tag stuff. She's former artist, Goddess champion. Although I think like her 11th match was a 5-star Grand Prix finals.
Yes. What I want to say though,
quite heavy.
Joshi I think is a lot different
Yeah,
pure wrestling.
I would agree.
Because I think the difference is, Joshi Krieger's a lot shorter, a lot
Hmm.
quicker.
It's a lot. The
Tapper,
candle burns a lot
yeah.
faster there.
Yeah.
Because
Also, I think with Utami it's worked because she very much leans into my match isn't going to be this very pristine match of amazingness. It's very much leaning to this is going to be a slugfest that's a bit sloppy, and that's the appeal.
Yeah.
And currently, Utami's got two of her title matches on my short list of best matches so far this year.
What I think has also kind of helped Utami, I know it's a bit of a weird way to say this, has kind of helped her. She is definitely a long-term transitional champion, if you know what I mean. Because it's waiting to the Julia match, where she's
most likely
drop to Julia.
Yeah.
Speaking of Stardom,
Oh, yeah.
Cinderella.
Cinderella happened. I
It
can't remember. Is this Cinderella tournament, All Star Cinderella something show name something?
I was just thinking about the tournament, but yeah. Okay.
Other show, but tournament finals happened, semis and final. Actually.
I have not watched it yet, but I heard in the speaking of Utami, her and Shuri doubled.
Oh boy. Okay, so this title match has had a lot of hype to it. These two have been destroying each other. There's crackling sexual energy.
Yeah.
This match happens. Some spots they did there were nuts. There was like air raid crashes on the apron. There was this imagine like a package Ganzo bomb sit out thing. That's what Shuri's been doing. That it's mental. All the kicks. Utami was throwing lariats to the head, which is amazing. It went to a 30-minute draw initially, and then it's like, okay, draw, Stardom, 2021, makes sense.
Yeah.
But then suddenly it was like there must be a winner, and then there was just like overtime round out of nowhere, and then they just had another match. It was amazing. And unfortunately, this one didn't end in time limit. This was a double down. As double in down. Neither of them can answer the 10 count, and there we go.
Okay, so this didn't even time limit it. Okay.
Yeah. So as I perfectly understand that some people will be annoyed at a double draw. I think the match quality more than made up for it, and that's one of the best red belt matches we've had. That's Utami's best one.
Okay. Interesting.
I do love the B Priestley match, but this was in terms of like in-ring stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
This one was good, but I love both. They're both on the list. So.
All right. Fair enough.
That was fantastic. Saya Kamitani wins the Cinderella tournament. Beats Micah in the finals. I'm sad, but also happy, but sad.
And has challenged Tam for the white belt.
Yes. For the white belt. She eliminated Tam in round 1.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, potential for Aphrodite double champ power trip hours. I don't know if they're going to do it.
I think they could.
They could.
It's very possible. I think
it depends how, because Tam's only had one defense.
I think but I think
against
Utami's losing the belt soon, and they've wanted to push Saya for a while.
Okay, Utami's not quite losing it as soon as you think. Her next challenger came out after the match. It's Natsuko Tora of Oedo.
That's fucking. I don't get what they're doing.
It's a bit strange. It's very filler defensy.
What I don't get what they're doing with Tora. They've had her.
This is a bridge to get us to 5-star Grand Prix, so that Julia can win the 5-star Grand Prix and then win it.
But okay, so Tora's been leader of Oedo for a year, right?
Over a year.
Over a year. What exactly have Oedo accomplished in that time?
Okay, they won artist titles a little bit.
Okay.
Konami betrayed TCS to join them, and then her and B won the tag belts for a cup of coffee.
Yep.
Tora challenged. She was in the tournament for the white belt. She got to the finals of Cinderella last year.
Mm-hmm.
She challenged for white belt, didn't work. Challenged for artist again, probably didn't work. Challenged for tag at the Budokan show, didn't work.
So
now challenging for red belt, which probably won't work.
What I'm hearing is a lot of tag stuff, and then being filler challengers for the singles division.
Yes. It's also a bit strange because Oedo Tai's main storyline right now is just stealing members from Stars.
Yeah, I saw they stole Starlight Kid now.
They stole Starlight Kid, so
Yeah.
And she came out to challenge Utami while holding Starlight Kid's mask.
Mm.
So, optimistically, would quite like to see unmasked heel Starlight Kid for a bit.
Or like dark like
Dark, evil child.
Dark like kid. Dark like.
Dark like Kid.
Yeah.
Darkness.
Sorry, what was that, Yellow? Yellow?
Yeah.
Yellow?
Darkness.
Your mic is...
Yellick?
Yellick?
What?
Your mic.
Oh,
It's dead.
void.
You're turning into a robot. Ah!
Oh,
Yellick. Yellick?
this is
Gary?
the end.
Oh,
Alright, there we go.
oh,
Ah! He's in the void.
oh.
Okay.
Everybody hurt.
The ghost of Joshi's past is here.
Ooh.
Yeah. So,
So that's the current landscape of Stardom.
yeah.
Overall, very fun show. The main matches were great.
Mm,
Well, when I say main matches, I mean like the main event.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else we need to talk about. Like, what else
I
really?
don't so.
We've gone through Noah. We've gone through DDT. Oh, King of DDT.
Oh yeah, we've had that as well. Oh my god,
We-
there's so many shows.
There's so many things that we have missed.
we've had first round of
The
King of
first round
DDT.
of DDT. I'm just gonna rattle them off real quick. Okay, let me do this real quick. King of DDT, and we'll just go through the best matches of the tournament because we are almost at 2 hours, and I don't want to go over 2 hours. And if we talk about everything in depth, we will. Right. Okay. Hiroshima beat Makoto Oshii. Yeah. Yuji Hino beat.
There was a match that happened.
It
I
was
can't
not
remember
good.
the thing.
It was bad. Yuji Hino beat Yukio Sakaguchi. Fun times.
They
Wow.
absolutely killed each other.
Mao beat so much cow in the match of the first round. It was
Best match.
really
Great.
great. Take beat Akito with weird submission hold. Yeah,
Match was alright.
match was right. Daisuke Sasaki killed Yuki Ueno in a minute 51 in the funniest match of the tournament.
with some, was it leverage from Mad Paulie as well?
So Mad Paulie distracted him. Sasaki hit him in the dick and then rolled him up. It was very funny.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Shunma, no, Jun Akayama beat Shunma Katsumata. And
This match was. I'm gonna go in depth a little bit.
Mm.
This match was great.
Mm.
Shunma put his hat on Jun's head.
Yes.
There was a Lego box out.
Yeah, there was.
Shunma tried to do the big brain of, I'll take my own bump onto the Lego, I'll throw the box to Jun, and then the ref will think that he's put the Lego in.
Mm. Yeah. That did happen.
Shun died though. Shun died.
Shunma died, yes. Then Kazusada Higuchi beat Naomi Yoshimura in a very fun house fight. And then Tetsuya Endo has once again remained unbeaten against Chris Brooks, pinning him again in the longest match of the
Once
first
again.
round at 20 minutes 50 seconds. Yeah, it was a good match too. But Endo remains unbeaten against Chris Brooks. He has never
And that's
lost
most
to him.
likely going to be to set up an extreme title match, maybe, question mark?
Yes, probably for
Peter Pan?
Peter Pan. Yeah, Recipe Pan. Yeah, it's interesting to say the least. King of DDT right now is very unpredictable.
With the whole Take and Shunma winning tag league,
Yeah.
that's opened up the gates to
Yeah.
everything.
So right now, my prediction for the final four is Take, Hino, Akayama, and Higuchi. And just keep everything in mind. DDT semifinals are shuffled, so it's like everything switches around.
So once you get to the final four, those matchups are randomized.
Yes, so that's why I'm not saying like, oh, it's gonna be Higuchi versus Akayama and Take versus Hino, because we don't know. We don't know.
Yeah.
It could be literally any match. It could be those matches. It could be the opposite of those matches. It could be any combination of those four against each other. My guess is a Hino Higuchi final, and I think Higuchi should win to set up a tiebreaker with Akayama. But I don't know.
Hino is former KOD openweight.
He is, but I don't see him winning
It's
because
all I don't know.
right now the only two people in this tournament who do not have a guaranteed title shot or are not already a champion because they, Sasaki already beat because
Yeah,
you know,
it's
or
it's going to be a way no Sasaki at Peter Pan. Yeah.
yeah. So and then we have Akayama's Coyote, Take just won tag league. Hino's six man, Endo's six man, and Endo also just pinned Brooks. Harashima's tag champ. So you have Higuchi and you have Mao. Mao is not gonna, yeah, Mao's not gonna win. He's against Take. Uh, you
So
know,
there's very few names on there that wouldn't, that if they won, wouldn't involve some kind of double champ or double title challenge, whatever thing.
yes, correct.
It's a little bit odd.
Yeah.
Without being a person that watches DDT very often, I think Mao should win.
I mean, yes,
Yeah, but I wouldn't
Mao is
be
great.
opposed to Mao winning. It's just I don't see him winning.
I
So,
like Mao.
he's
You know what?
good.
You know what? To be contrarian, I think Mao will get to the finals but lose.
Okay, who do you think?
No.
Who do you see winning?
It's either Higuchi or Hino that like kill him.
Yeah, it's gotta be one of those two, right? I don't.
Yeah.
I,
No,
I
I think Mao getting a big run, like getting murdered on his way there, but getting to the finals and then falling short, I think that's quite a good story.
the thing is, he has to beat Take to do so. Is like that's the one I'm like, oh Lord. And if he doesn't,
Hmm.
if it's not, and if he beats Take, he has to beat either Higuchi, Hino, or
Yeah, but
Nakayama.
someone eventually does have to beat Take, and he's got tag shot.
That's true, and that's why I'm thinking Hino or Higuchi would make more sense because Higuchi can get a win back from. I think Eruption. No, does Eruption beat? Eruption beat someone coming in tag league, but you can still have Higuchi beat Take, because that can
And then
continue.
do rematch of the finals,
Yeah,
tag
or
league, for the belts.
yeah, or yeah. I mean, I guess you could, or you could have Hino beat Take again, or you have Hino beat Take to get their revenge
Yeah,
for tag league finals.
I don't know. I think Mao could get a sneaky one.
Mao could get a sneaky one. I don't see it, but I think it could happen. I think it's unlikely, but yeah, it's an option.
I think Take being in there gets a little too messy
Mm.
now that he's won tag league.
Mm.
Personally,
Okay. I'm thinking Higuchi's gonna win, though. I think I'm still standing firm on that. I think this is Higuchi's tournament to win.
and with that being that would lend credence to Sakaguchi's kind of doing lower stuff in the
Yeah.
meantime,
Yeah, he's
which
not really
hints
much.
that like they might go full steam ahead with the Higuchi singles.
He hasn't had that push yet. They're
Yeah.
still kind of waiting to give him. He's been tag champion and six-man champion, but he's yet to kind of get that.
Mm.
Yeah, you're a singles guy now.
And if he
Go
wins
for it.
King of DDT, he is winning the belt.
Yeah, 100%. He will.
Like he's already challenged Jun in this reign. He'll kind of have to.
Interesting thing about Higuchi as well. He's never held the Iron Man heavy metalweight title. That's kind of interesting to me. That they've protected him from being a singles champion so much.
They kept him. They've kept him out of the comedy stuff.
They've kept him out of that belt
County.
as well. That's how much they've kept him away
Yeah.
from singles.
Like, okay,
titles.
we can't have any of the bollocks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's 30, and I think he's 33 this year. I think if
Okay.
you're gonna do it, I think it's
Now's
now
the
or
time.
never. Yeah, I think he's like he's over with the crowd as well.
You know what? You've convinced me. You convinced me.
I think it's his
So in
time.
conclusion, I'm winning the King of DDT
Correct. Gary is.
Thank you, Yellow.
tournament.
No.
That's
To be
why I
fair-
returned to today's podcast to make sure everyone knew that.
Yes. I might be I might be wrong. I said Higuchi was gonna win last year. He didn't. But this
Well,
time,
you just gotta
I was in-
gotta
to be
keep betting
fair-
on the same one until you're eventually
Yeah.
right, and then you're right.
but to be fair, last year I had just gotten into DDT with King of DDT. I was just like, yep, I think this guy's really cool. I think he beat Take in the semis. I think he could do it. But then it's like this time I'm like, okay, there's so many factors that point to like, because I think Hino. I understand the point of Hino winning because I can see that as well. I understand Hino could win, but my reasoning behind I don't think Hino's gonna win, not just because of his six-man belts, his undefeated streak, and the fact
Yeah.
that it's like it's so obvious You know, that like
Yeah.
he could just run
I'd say
through
the only factor that Hino could win is like if they want to play more of a safe thing because Higuchi has already challenged and they want someone
Yeah.
different.
Yeah. I mean, do you think Hino would win, or do you think Akayama would?
No, Hino would win King the tournament and lose the match.
Okay.
Which again, with his undefeated streak, do you want to feed that to Jun Akiyama?
Exactly. It's like I feel like you need to give that to somebody who like can use that, and I think Higuchi doing that in the finals and
Like
snapping
the
that.
point of Akiyama's push is that he'll eventually put someone over huge,
Yeah.
gangbusters.
And I think if you go Higuchi beats Endo, and then like Take in the semis, and then Hino in the finals, and then you beat Jun Akayama to win the belt.
That's
a
like the
fucking-
ultimate. Like this
Yeah.
is our guy now.
This is like if that's Higuchi going into like, okay, he's focused and he's ready and he's at like the top of his game. And I think
Mm.
with Ueno and Brooks, who are two other guys who I would say they are priming to be on the level of Endo and Take eventually. I think the other guy I've always said is Higuchi since I've become a DET fan. And my reasoning, I think this is the time. I think if you're good, this is probably like the best run he could have because he beats Yoshimura, who just came back, a lot of momentum. He then beats Endo, who he actually hasn't beaten in like over a year, which is a big deal because he like lost to him in they drew in Dio and he lost to him in the semifinals of King of DT last year. So it's like by submission.
Him getting the win here makes sense.
Makes more sense. And then
Yeah.
he has to then face either Akayama, I mean, if he faces Akayama in the semis, he's not winning. I'm just gonna say that. I don't think he
No.
will. I think Akayama's going out in the semis to Hino, and I think Take would make more sense than Mao because Higuchi beating Take it's the kind of like
It's a lot bigger, bigger of a statement of intention.
He beat Take in last year's King of DT, but I think beating him again, this Take who's more focused, more like prepared, and has come back from that AEW excursion where they've kind of just made him out to be like, yeah, he's kind of like top of his game right now. And I think Higuchi needs to be, if you are gonna push him as a singles wrestler, if you are gonna give him these opportunities and do what you want to do with him, I think this is it. I think this would be the time to do it. At least have
Eruption Supremacy. Let's go.
Eruption Supremacy. Let's go. All right. And with that, I believe
I think that's it.
that's it. To 1 hour 56 minutes.
And that's wrestling.
That's
wrestling.
All right. Thank you all for listening, watching.
We somehow managed to do that without covering any WWE. Let's go.
Because that don't exist.
Fuck the Fed.
That's not real wrestling.
That's the descript American wrestling. We do nondescript.
This podcast has been going on for nearly 2 hours. We'll cover NXT Takeover next time or never.
What the fuck's an NXT Takeover? I've never heard of that in my life.
Never heard of that shit.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for watching. Hope you'll enjoy. If you did, leave a like, subscribe if you're not subscribed, and we will see you guys next week.
Question mark?
Maybe.
Maybe.